It's almost morning, love, but you're still asleep. Sleepyhead. Lying there like that. You're so vulnerable. So completely helpless. I could do anything I want to you, and you'd be powerless to stop me. Even if you were awake, I could easily overpower you. You know all that, and yet you live with me, and even sleep beside me by choice, willingly. So trusting. So sweetly trusting. You don't know how much I long to kill you, to drain your life's blood, to take you past the door of death and then drag you back again, to turn you and have you to myself forever. But I won't. I can't. This isn't the kind of life you'd want, and it's not the kind of life I want for you. Not knowing all I do about it, the downsides. All those dreamers and their fantasies, thinking that becoming a vampire is something to be desired. If only they knew. The undead are strong and fast and live essentially forever, but it still isn't worthwhile compared to a human life. Oh, my love, can a vampire pray and be heard? If so, I'll pray that you never, ever ask me to make you like me. It's no wonder some of us go mad, forced to commit serial murders just to maintain our miserable existence, living in darkness, fearing the sunlight that was once so beautiful, remembering what it was like to walk on a beach in the warm sunshine, what it was like to have a hot dog or a pizza when we were hungry, instead of having to kill someone and drain their blood. I won't consign you to this life. I would never steal from you those things that I miss so much, that I once took for granted. I'd be insane by now too if not for you. Maybe it's because you're insane enough for the both of us, mad enough to love a monster for some unfathomable reason. You even permit me to feed from you. You've freed me from that horror of tearing the life from innocent souls. You keep me sated enough to maintain control. But even so, my freedom from my torment isn't complete. I still must steal life from you, bit by bit. And we must take care to rebuild that for you, over and over again. The marks from one feeding are barely healed before I must wound you again, and leave my mark upon your flesh, where I've taken the blood that you give me so willingly. Even my sleep is better than it was. My dreams are almost peaceful now. The nightmares are gone, and even when they do come, you're always nearby. Do you remember how they used to tear me awake screaming when I dreamed that I'd killed you? I was still so afraid of losing you then. Those nightmares are gone now. I know you'll always be there when I wake. Sometimes a recurring dream about my old life comes to me. Those are really bad, because in them I can remember this life and you, and I try to run back to you, but I can't find you. Sometimes then I'll snap awake and find you lying right there next to me. Sleeping late again. You can't imagine how that feels. I don't think I can ever say this enough, but I love you. How could I not? You've saved me. And sometimes I almost feel human again. If only there was some way I could repay you for saving me, give you an eternal life without the slavery to blood that I endure. But there's no such thing. All I can give you is my affection, my love, my care and attention, for all the days that you remain with me. My accursed life, oh, my cursed existence has somehow been blessed with just one blessing. You. Whatever I did to deserve you, I wish I could remember it. I remember the first time I fed from you. You were trembling. When you saw my fangs, your face turned so pale that anyone would have thought there was no blood left in you at all. I told you to look away so it wouldn't be quite so terrifying. It might not even hurt as much, I hoped. But you didn't. You watched. I was impressed. Your body flinched a little when I pierced your skin, but you still held still for me. I remember it was hard to stop taking from you. You were delicious. The adrenaline in your blood tasted almost spicy, like the ones I'd killed before you. It's different now. You have no fear, and you taste so sweet. The vampires who still have to hunt for their blood will never know how sweet a human can be. Their victims are always horrified and dying, and awash in adrenaline. If only my brethren could find someone as brave and beautiful as you. It's not just about the killing and feeding, either. It's the loneliness. They wouldn't have to remain all alone forever. And the fear, always hiding, creeping, terrified of being found and destroyed. If only they knew their lives could be like ours. Oh, my sweet. I think I would die if you weren't here for me anymore. Even if I could make you an immortal, I think I wouldn't change you, because I love you for what you are. So different from me. So alive. I couldn't bear to see you change and become anything like me. To lose your perspective and the vivacity that a limited lifetime seems to give you. I don't just love you. I need you just as you are, sharing with me that intensity of life that was taken from me so long ago. So I'll love you while I can. And I'll always be here to protect you and care for you as you grow older and older, until perhaps one day you won't be able to bear to look at me anymore, and you'll grow to hate my eternal youth, just as some humans despise the young when their old age begins to feel like a death sentence instead of a time of wisdom and love and respect. I'll go away from you then, but only if you drive me away. I'd much rather stay with you for all your natural life. And when the time comes, as it will, and you want to be free from what time has done to you, I want to be there then too. To gently release you from bondage to your failing flesh. To hold you as your human warmth dissipates, and you become as cold as I am, but unmoving. Gone forever, as I remain and remain and remain. Or, I'm not sure of my mind on this yet, and I don't know how I would manage it. It's not as easy as killing a human. But after I've taken your last gift of life and sent you out of this world, I believe I may soon afterwards want to follow you into whatever lies beyond. Follow you into whatever a kind human and a wretched vampire who happened to fall in love with each other might be allowed to share in eternity. Oh, I'm sorry, dear. Did I wake my sleepy head? Was I talking to you just now? No, my love, it was just a little song I was singing. Just because I'm happy. Go back to sleep, my sweet. You don't have to be up and off to work for a long while yet. There. That's my baby. You fall asleep so easily. This is my sacrifice to you, darling. Time. I have lots of it to give, because you need it more than I, and because you love it so much. I let you sleep late whenever possible, as much as you want, my lazy one, because at other times I have to take so much out of you. Even though part of me wants to slap you awake and drag you out of bed and make you pay attention to me, make you love me. We have so little time to be together as it is. I must hide and sleep away the days. You sleep away the nights. There are so few hours left each day for us to be together, and your life is already so much shorter than my own. It's almost more than I can bear sometimes, but the time when we're together, that's worth it. It's almost like being alive again, just for a minute.